Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, has officially issued temporary flight restrictions on drones in several parts of New Jersey. And this as the state's ongoing mystery drone saga continues to befuddle and perplex residents and lawmakers alike. NewsNation's Kellie Meyer is live at the Pentagon for us, where officials are slated to give a briefing in just a short while. Kellie, these new drone flight restrictions in Jersey dictate that the government may use, quote, deadly force against any unmanned aircraft deemed a threat. What does that actually mean?
Yeah, and it comes as thousands of Americans continue to report unusual drone activity to the FBI. We were here the other day at the Pentagon, and we'll be back in this briefing a short time from now, coming up within this hour, to ask more questions, including how exactly you would enforce something like that and patrol the sky, so to speak. And as you mentioned, the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, issued this ban on drone operations in several areas of New Jersey until January 17th, unless operators are granted special permission, they say, from the government due to special security reasons. Now, a statement from the FAA today reads, quote, at the request of federal security partners, the FAA published 22 temporary flight restrictions prohibiting drone flights over critical New Jersey infrastructure. The temporary flight restrictions were implemented beginning on Wednesday in these locations you can see here: Camden, South Brunswick, Jersey City. And Democratic New Jersey Congressman Josh Gottheimer, he's calling on the agency to do a public briefing to explain the call to ban drones, saying, quote, they must brief the public on the reasons for their actions. Decisions like these made in a vacuum only lead to more confusion and uncertainty. These federal agencies must do better by Jersey families. And the Department of Homeland Security spokesperson also saying that the flight restrictions are being issued out of, quote, an abundance of caution here. Natasha.
Yeah, that's interesting. And Kellie, what about the counter-drone system that the U.S. military is sending to New Jersey bases? What do we know about it? How does it work?
Yeah, so this is something that the Pentagon Press Secretary, Major General Patrick Ryder, was touching on a bit when we were here on Tuesday, sending these counter-drone technology systems to these installations to help detect these drones. And what this is called is a drone buster. And essentially, it sounds and does exactly what its name sounds like. These drone busters, they emit a signal which is able to interrupt the signal on the drone and bring it down. Here's Major General Patrick Ryder discussing this on Tuesday. Take a listen.
Counter UAS capabilities, things like let me make sure I get the name right here, like drone busters, which essentially emits a signal which is able to interrupt the signal on the drone, which can affect its flight. So that's a methodology that we have that is able to essentially bring drones down non-kinetically should we need to do that.
Now, here's another part to this, Natasha, and a question we will have in this upcoming briefing is just how what's happening on Capitol Hill with the threat of a government shutdown could potentially impact the ability of the military to detect these drones and the work to detect these drones as many continue to send in those tips across the Northeast. Natasha.
I hadn't even thought of that ripple effect. I know you'll be bringing those answers from the briefing to us. Thank you for asking the questions, as always. Kellie Meyer with that. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.